assume, and that like just like with Shabab being Muslim, me being atheist, cops, any group or person, bro. Like I said, you gotta know that person individually and not just base them on a stereotype or a common ideology or thought on a certain group.
But the crazy thing is, imagine if he didn't use his weapon, right? And then the girl got stabbed. That cop would have gotten backlash either way.
Either way, he would have been fucked for being a white male shooting a black girl.
Or he would have been a white male, not doing a white cop, not doing anything. And I'm just like,
And then somehow, I get it. The cops get a bunch of flack and hate, but at the same time, you have to hire better quality. You have to have better training. You have to have a higher standard for mental fortitude and strength and conditioning, and have multiple training sessions for use of firearms and all the training programs. And I feel like all the officers should be trained in some form of martial arts, bro. Because when you're seeing a cop getting fucking slept by some random dude in the street, just getting pieced up, that's kind of embarrassing to see our police force that are here supposed to protect us and keep us safe, killing us and fucking getting their ass whooped by us at the same time. It's just fucked. But like I said, I don't necessarily respect cops, but I understand at the same time how stressful and deadly it could possibly be, because you never know. You walk up to that door, boom, you don't know, you could just die. And I just want them to like, I don't know. I mean, there's such a bad stigma already.
because I feel like the issue is being a cop. It's a stressful, it's something stressful. You not knowing what you're walking into, responding to calls, not knowing what's gonna happen. So they're always on high alert and they're always stressed out. I feel like it should be limited. Like, there are some things that a cop should respond to and some things a cop shouldn't respond to.
And definitely pay them more. That's another thing. I do think that the cops should get paid more, and maybe that we'd have a better quality of cops if they paid more.
And increase the pay, increase the training, because like at the end of the day, like, because the police academy is 6 months, so
You have 6 months to have the full ability to take someone's life with no repercussion.
and then on top of that, you do, depending on like what agency you go to, you have FTO, like field training, and then whatever how long that is, it's all different based on agencies. And now you're on your own.
Yeah. So this is a good thing. All right, we're at 2 hours, so we'll end on this. So you've done some security stuff, so you probably have a better like understanding and kind of knowing of kind of how a cop would operate in some sort. 'Cause you did that one security thing, and you had like your own vehicle and whatnot, and you've been shot at before, right?
Yeah, like on fucking Christmas. It was
On
like,
Christmas?
yeah, it was in downtown Haines City. It was a concert when like Pusha T came.
Okay. So I mean, it's just like one of those things, what, how, like you like I said, I understand it's stressful. You understand it's a stressful job. Having been in that scenario and situations where you've had to deal with like disgruntled employees or disgruntled customers, and maybe like a call you had to go and check out, like how would you describe your experience during that, and like how could you relate that to maybe a cop's perspective, or
So like, for
enlighten us on
instance,
that?
like back when I started doing security, like my first security was an armed position at this casino, like the internet cafes, and I'm fucking dealing with like crackheads, all these fucking people. Like, every single night it's like there's a possibility of us getting robbed. So I have to be on high alert, you know, and then on top of that, it's even how I started off being like like I would ease into people, like I would talk to them with like respect, because I personally believe, I don't know you, why should I respect you, right? Respect is earned, not
Yeah,
given.
respect is mutual. You have to respect each other, 'cause I won't respect you if you don't respect me, and I don't expect you to respect me if I don't respect you.
So I would talk to these people like a normal human being and whatnot, and then they wouldn't listen. So then I have to get firm with them and I have to get loud for them to like actually listen to what the fuck I'm saying. So it's like doing security and being a cop is like completely different, like
Okay.
there are things like, for example, if I use my firearm, I'm going to jail. I'm going to be detained, I'm going to be questioned, but my license will be suspended pending review. But when a cop uses their firearms, they go on into administration leave, but they're getting paid for it. So it's like there are things like a cop does, and then it's okay. Not necessarily it's okay, but like the way it works out, it's like, so whenever I use my firearm, if I use my firearm, I'm gonna be like looked in, as in like they're gonna do a full background investigation, like see why this happened and whatnot. But whenever a cop uses their firearms, like 9 times out of 10, it's just like overnight it happens. Like, oh, this was justified, or like not even a night, but like maybe a week. But for instance, like one of my friend, when he used a firearm, his thing was like a year and a half till it came
It
back.
took him that long to be able to get his license back?
Especially like with COVID and everything.
Oh, yeah, with COVID and everything. Yeah, that's a bad time to have your
Yeah.
shit fucking taken away. That's fuck, 'cause that's his job, bro. That's his money.
Right. 'Cause I was making good
And
money.
he's doing his job, bro. Like, you have a gun. You have a license for a reason. You're doing a specific job. So, I mean, like, I get it, but at the same time, it makes no sense. Why would they go through that whole process when you have your security license, your gun license, and you're doing the job that you're being told to do, even though it may not necessarily require deadly force?
'Cause like sometimes like they carry the way they say it's like, oh, you have a gun, you don't have to necessarily pull it out, but once they see a gun, it should be like it's like a deterrent, you know, like, oh shit, he's armed. But most people, they see someone have a gun, and then they were like, oh, let me see what I can do with it, you know, let me see how far I can push it. Now whether it's like, oh, they're gonna try to steal that gun from them, or he's gonna be a target 'cause they want his gun, or whatever the situation is, you know. So
Yeah, that's wild, bro. I mean, I probably, like, for me, I don't want to, like, really necessarily get into a job where I have a pretty good chance of dying. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I'm not really trying to die young. I want to live out my life and have a family and kids, and, you know, I want to see the technology and the evolution of America and the world, man. You know, I don't want to die in my 20s or 30s because of, you know, being a cop or fireman or a security guard or, you know, military. I'm just here to spread happiness and peace, man. You know, I'm here to have a good time, have fun, make people laugh, support people. And, you know, I'm not trying to, like, bring anyone down or have that negativity, because, you know, you have so much negativity in your life, you just realize, man, it's really not worth, you know, like, sharing that negativity, because, you know, it's better to be reveling in happiness and laughter than just being down on yourself and bringing other people down with you, because at the end of the day, that's not really helping no one.
Exactly. Like, luckily, I mean, you know, even though I was like shot at, like I was with Polk County Sheriff and Haines City Police, so like I was with them. But I mean, I have to show you the body cam footage. Like I was like, oh shit, this
Bro,
is
yeah, I mean, that's
intense.
just crazy, bro, because, like, you're 22 and you've been shot at. I mean, that's probably not too crazy in, like, Chicago, but fucking small town, you know. I mean, no one wants to get shot at, obviously, because no one wants to die young. It's ridiculous.
'Cause I mean, the only like the scary part is just like you can't really like obviously you can hear the bullets, like you can hear the gunshots, but like you can't see who's shooting and where it's coming from. So it's like, oh fuck, if I stand up,
You never know where they're
Yeah.
going to be in, and there's no way you're ever going to see or be able to dodge a bullet, because if they're on target and they shoot, you're getting hit.
especially like nowadays, like some people they have a gun, they think, oh, I'm all this and that, but like they're shooting, but they're not
Aiming.
Yeah,
They're not properly trained. Most people probably just get guns for clout, and they want to act cool. Maybe they want to be a gangster or a rapper. Some people are just country and just like guns. Some people just want something for protection. I mean, there's a wide spectrum of gun owners. And, I mean, in 2020, in code alone, was the largest spike in gun sales history in ever. In the history of gun sales was the highest ever in 2020.
And then it's funny 'cause like one of my neighbor, he was just like bragging about his gun and whatnot. He was like, oh, I could shoot all this whatnot. So I took his gun apart, and then he looked at me.
He didn't know how to put it back
Yeah.
together. How do you know how to put? So that's something that's people don't have the proper training or knowledge, or how should I say it, responsibility to own a firearm, because you gotta realize it's a deadly tool to use for protection or hunting.
Right.
It was not necessarily made to harm others or do bad shit with, but humans will they'll always find something to be bad about something.
I mean, even with me, like even just 'cause I have my gun, like I always keep one in the chamber, and a lot of people
One in the chamber. They're too scared.
Yeah, and it's just like I I've trained with my firearm. I know how to I know how to put this shit.
Taking it apart and put it back
yeah.
together, clean it multiple times. I mean, even me, like I wasn't too comfortable rocking with one in the chamber for a while until I got more comfortable. I waited until I was comfortable and knew I was ready, and now I always roll with one in the chamber because it's just quicker and more safer that way. I mean,
Right.
because if anything happens, you have a split second to pull out your gun, and if you have to take another 2 seconds to rack it and get a bullet in, it could be too late.
Exactly. So it's like, I mean, we both use Glocks, and a fucking Glock.
I just like to customize shit, bro. That's just my thing. I love customizing.
And it's like, our gun doesn't have a safety. It's like, there's no switch.
Yeah, no safety.
So it's like, once I pull the trigger, that's it. And it's like, that's what people don't understand. It's just like, yeah, you can have a gun, but
it doesn't make you hard. It doesn't make you stronger. It doesn't make you cooler. A gun is simply a tool.
Because if I pull my gun out, I'm using it. Like, I'm not pulling it out to, like, I mean, okay.
Yeah, we're not pulling out to show.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking event. I'm not going out here telling everyone I have something on me or I'm doing all this. But, that's the whole point. It's concealed for a reason. You do it for your safety and protection, not to act all hard and cool and try to fucking show off.
Because, like, whenever I go out to the store and whatnot, I always carry it. But, like, I make sure it's hidden. Like, sometimes, like, whenever, like, I got out my car and it was, like, popping out, it happens. But, like, I don't mean to, like, fucking make sure my gun's showing. Like,
yeah, no, you definitely don't want it printing because, it could cause so many problems. Like, I saw this one video of a dude who had his concealed license and he was, like, walking somewhere. And some random motherfucking old dude just said, he's got a gun. He ran up and fucking took him down and tried to take his gun off of him, got the gun, and handed it to some random civilian who was just holding it, like, clearly untrained. And he just, the whole time the dude's screaming, he's like, I have my license. I have my concealed. He's like, I can legally, he's like, stop. He's like, bro, I am a legal gun carrying owner. He's like, I don't know why the dude was trying to be some fucking hero. Thought he was fucking Superman. He's like, oh, this dude's got a gun? I'm gonna fucking take him out, bro. And he just thought he was gonna be some superhero. And then it's like, in that whole situation and scenario, bro, you created a worse and more deadly scenario by taking a gun away from a trained, licensed owner and handing it to a civilian that clearly had no idea what he was doing. He was clearly confused looking. He was holding the gun, pointing it towards them. And that's the thing is, like, bro, if you want a gun, I'm for everyone. Get a gun, bro. Be safe. Do what you want. Have fun if you just want to shoot fucking targets or hunting or just for home safety. But please get proper training and please take it seriously. And please just get all the information and knowledge you can get. Because it'll definitely help you out in the long run, and it'll keep you safe.
And make sure if you do start carrying, always get USCCA.
USCCA. If you want to sponsor this podcast, please hit me up at bearsworldpod@gmail.com. Just my business email. Hit me up for any sponsors, We out here. And, wow, look at that, damn. It's been 2 hours and 13 minutes. And fucking flew by. Hey, look, that's a time relevance theory right there. We're just talking about it, and just fucking 2 hours just went by like that.
I remember whenever I looked at it, it was just like 23 minutes.
Bro, I'm saying last time I looked at it was like 28, 29 minutes. We just kind of fucking go. That's the cool thing about podcasts, man. You start talking, you get into it, and then 2 hours just pass by, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? We've been talking for that long?
Shit.
All right, well, any last words, Shabab? Anything you want to say before you head out?
Honestly, stay safe. Keep to yourself. Be real. Be you. Don't let anyone change you for who you are. And that's it.
Yeah, don't be afraid to be who you are, man. Everyone's unique. Everyone's different. Don't try to emulate anyone. Don't worry if anyone says anything about you. You're perfectly fine however you are, man. You're usually about the love and peace. Any shout-outs to anyone else or any socials you want to throw out there, Shabab?
Honestly, I just want to say, make sure y'all eat some ass.
Amen, brother. And on that note, everyone have a good week. We love y'all. Bears World is out.